The Indian cosmetic industry is said to be growing at a faster clip compared to the US and Europe. Tapping into this potential is Myglamm, which was originally a beauty services company that is now focusing on its retail and online beauty portal. Let's bring on board Darpan Sanghvi. He's the CEO and the co-founder at Sanghvi Brands, who now joins in. Darpan, great to have you on board. It's clearly a booming industry. Can you tell us a little bit about the shift in strategy for Myglamm and how did the idea really come about?
The color cosmetic business in India, it's a $2 billion market. What's even more exciting is that online beauty e-commerce is growing at 50% year on year. And there are hardly any makeup brands in India. You come to India, there are barely 4 or 5 makeup brands here today. So in a way, it is a white space. We saw that opportunity. We thought this is a great time to build a brand, bring in a lot of innovation in our products, address the Indian consumers' very specific needs, and create a mark for ourselves.
You've got some marquee investors like Tano Investors, L'Occitane. Tell us how much you've raised so far, what is the GMV that you're operating at, and your fundraising plans.
We've been fortunate at Myglamm to have great investors believe in us and back us right from the start. Our financial investors include Tano Capital and L'Occitane. With L'Occitane, we're lucky where we not only have their capital, but also their advice and experience in the beauty business. We've raised $12.5 million so far. We're currently sitting on an annualized run rate of nearly 50 crore rupees, and we intend to hit an annualized run rate of 150 crores by the end of this year. We're currently in the midst of our Series B fundraise. We're looking to raise $15 million, and we hope to close that fundraise in the next 2 months.
Well, consolidation is the name of the game in this space. You have a lot of offline players buying into online tech-enabled companies. What is your strategy of staying profitable? Can you give me some of your revenue targets?
Worldwide, all the new concepts in beauty, all the innovation in beauty has come from young startup brands. And what ends up happening is the larger beauty conglomerates end up ultimately buying these brands when they get to scale. We don't think it'll be any different in India as well. We are more agile as a younger brand. We innovate a lot more. We can take a lot more risk, and our stories and our concepts are a lot stronger. So will consolidation happen here eventually? It might, maybe, yes. Are we looking for it right now? No.
With the online beauty market growing exponentially, can you tell me how you plan to capitalize on this move?
Online beauty commerce is growing at 50% year on year. It's one of the fastest categories growing online. We recognize that from the start. We're the only individual brand, makeup brand, beauty brand, to have our own app. The app contributes to over 40% of our sales already. We expect the app to contribute to 65 to 70% of our sales by the end of this year. 70% of the total business of Myglamm comes from our own website and our own app. The remaining 30% of the remaining 30%, 10% comes from marketplaces and 20% comes from offline retail. We are capitalizing on this rapid boom that India is seeing in the beauty commerce space.
So Darpan, you've been one of the first movers in the so-called startup and entrepreneur journey. Tell us a little bit about your advice for entrepreneurs.
Entrepreneurship is exciting and entrepreneurship is hard. Know your customer like no one else does. Know your customer even better than the customer knows themselves. Create a product better than anything that's out there and work on it every day and improve it every day. And you will be successful. Stay in the game and you'll be successful.
Well, that's interesting advice. Here's hoping you make a mark in the Indian cosmetic industry. Wishing you all the best.